Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm G&G and this is episode 23 of the University Challenge, and today we're going to be having our end of season 2 review here at UCD. And as we can see, we've managed to pick up 2 trophies this season. That was the President's Cup at the very start of the season and the FAI Cup at the very end of the season when we beat Dundalk in that final. So if we look now at the transfers this season, the best transfer is apparently Cole coming in, although he didn't play that much. He made 11 starts, 10 substitutes, appearance, 6.83 rating. Solid enough signing, got a B. So yeah, he got the signing of the season. Kai Robinson got an A+, 8 starts, 30 substitute appearances, 12 goals, and a 6.98 rating. Sardiniak was a C. He made 14 starts, 27 substitute appearances, 3 goals, 3 assists. Solid enough backup player. Adam McDonald gets a C rating. He was a regular starter towards the end of the season. Worked his way into the team. Never let us down. Good performer. And done well. That hat-trick in the Conference League, a highlight for him. Owen Massey came in late at the start of the season on a free B- rating. It was a very good backup right back, and played a lot of games with Alex Dunn getting injured. So he was good signing. Yilmaz came in on loan, an A+ rating. He was excellent, I have to say, once he settled in. 27 starts. Only issue I had with him was towards the end of the season. He was struggling for fitness and we needed to rest him a lot. But 18-year-old fullback from Freiburg. Might try to look at loaning him again next season, but it'd be unlikely we'll be allowed by Freiburg to loan him again, but we'll see. And Dumitru is a signing we made just at the very end of the season, a young Romanian midfielder. I'll show him after the review, and he's come in as a new signing for next season. If we look at our results for the season, we finished 7th in the league, an average attendance of 1,773, that's 59%, so that's gone up I think. Our top scorer was Tommy Lonergan in the league, 13 goals. It's a long way down from what Colin Whelan was doing, but it's good to see him into double figures, and he did improve as the season went on. We got a C+ rating from the board for finishing 7th, well clear of relegation in the end, and did very well, I have to say, to pull away. And then our form dipped off at the end of the season. We could have finished 4th I think if we held our form, but we didn't. Champions League, we went out in the first qualifying round to, was it Astana? It was Astana of Kazakhstan. We went out. Kai Robinson scored in that game. C- from the board. I'm not sure what they were expecting us to do in the Champions League. Conference League, got to the group stage and we still only get a C rating. So this board are very demanding. Tommy Lonergan got 9 goals in the Conference League, and that was good to see. You can see here some of our results. The highlights for me: the win over Sheriff in qualifying, the win over Strada at home. We went to extra time and we won to qualify with the group stage, and then that point we gained against Besiktas at home. Good to see. The FAI Cup, of course, we won it, so we get an A from the board. First cup we won. Kyle Robinson, our top scorer, with 4 goals, and great to see. It's funny, we struggled to beat Treaty United early on. We had needed penalties, but then got ourselves to the final and beat Dundalk, and that's a real highlight of the season. A trophy, and we'll have won a trophy so far, at least one trophy now every season we've been here. Leinster Senior Cup, we went out very early in the season to Dundalk. That 4-1 defeat at the very start of the season when Jack Keeney got sent off after scoring a brilliant goal. We get a C from the board. Yeah, it's not major competition for us, but it would be nice to defend it a bit better. Hopefully next season we might get a bit more of a run at it. And the President's Cup, which is the season curtain raiser here in Ireland, and we beat St Pat's in that final. Tommy Lonergan with the goal, and that started the season off with a trophy. Things started to go downhill a bit from there, but we got back to a good league finish in 7th, so happy enough with that. Moments to remember: the 11-1 win over St Julia of Andorra, I think, if I remember that right, in the Conference League qualifying. Big match win, 11-1 away from home. Match to remember was the 4-0 win against Drogheda, in which Kai Robinson got a hat-trick and Adam McDonald got a goal, 4-0 against the team. We actually relegated Drogheda that day. They went down because of that defeat. And Tommy Lonergan gets goal of the season for his strike against Shelbourne, which we'll have a look at now. But came a long ball forward from Massey. There was a bit of head tennis here between Dara Keane and Shelbourne's defence. Came off the defender. Lonergan hit it first time into the top corner. And that is our goal of the season from Tommy Lonergan. So good for him to get that moment. As finances go, our reputation is still 2-star. No new sponsorship and no new sponsorship at all, even though we got to the Conference League group stage. Hopefully next season that might kick in. Sponsorship money overall though is up, broadcast up, corporate up, prize money up, 3 million in prize money, brilliant to see, and our match day is also up, so finances are looking good, thankfully. Merchandise sale has gone up too, and shirt sales up to 199 shirts sold this season. Sean Brennan getting the most, and then it was Lonergan, Keeney, Duffy and Healy, all these players thankfully staying around. New contracts sorted for them, and we will be keeping most of them players for next season. Thankfully we've everyone we want signed up for next season, so that's good. And we look at our best 11 for the season, our best 11 overall still. We see Lorcan Healy there, Sam Todd, Ryan McConnell, who actually lost his place in the team this season, but he's still in our overall. Evan Osam is at the left back, and Michael Gallagher right back. Both have left, of course. Keeney and Brennan we see there in the midfield. Evan Caffrey, who scored against us of course this season, holds his place. Duffy and Higgins, and then Colin Whelan is still our best striker. Hopefully Tommy Lonergan will eventually take over as that role. In terms of awards, I won none myself this season. Well, I suppose we didn't have that great a season in the league anyway. A fans player of the season was Sam Todd. Young player of the season, captain Jack Keeney. Signing of the season, as I said already, was Cole. Goal of the season, Tommy Lonergan. Top scorer, Tommy Lonergan. Dylan Duffy with most assists, getting 12. Sam Todd got most player of the match awards with 5. He also had the highest average rating and the most passes completed in 90 minutes with 54. Record breakers, Tommy Lonergan for 4 goals in a game. That was in the Conference League against St Julia. Most goals by a player in a league match, that went to Kyle Robinson for his hat-trick against Drogheda. Most assists in a season, if we can get that out right, was Dylan Duffy for 12. And oldest player Ryan McConnell at 28, which tells you about how young our squad is. Highest transfer fee received, Alex Nolan's £16,000 move to Sligo. Harry O'Connor became our youngest ever goal scorer at 17 years old, and our oldest ever goal scorer was Serdeniak at 27. So there you go. And yep, that's our season review. If we look at what the press was saying, thanks to a great run of results in the final weeks of the season, UCD defied expectations, and that's fair enough. We went on a run of wins that pulled us away from the relegation. We won, as I said earlier, the FAI Cup and the President's Cup, and here we see seasons are often decided by the team with the fortitude to block everything out and just win late in the season, and that's been the case for UCD. Yeah, it was that late run of wins that pulled us away from the relegation, so good to see that. We look here at the dynamic timeline, and we see we won the league last season. Not something, don't know why. Yeah, we'll go through it here. At the end of this season, I marked that last game against Victoria Pilsen was actually my 100th game as manager of UCD. That's just here on the timeline, just after the FAI Cup triumph, so good to see. And that's the review, all done and dusted. So now our attention turns to our plans for next season, which has got underway. Our initial budget has been set for transfer next season, and we have an initial transfer budget of 1.34 million. Crazy when you think we had no transfer budget for the last 2 seasons, and our wage budget is up to 9.5. I've already put a little bit of that transfer budget into the scouting, and we're going to try and scout all of Europe to really build up this team for a challenge for the title and to eventually build it up to get to the Champions League. If we look at our supporter profile update, our fair weather fans have gone up and our family has gone down. We still have a hard core of 7% and a core of 24%, so a casual of 28%. Our social media followers are up FM23, so getting into Europe would have helped that. The fans still want possession football, develop players through the youth system, high tempo football, and avoid relegation, which we will hopefully be doing. This is our club vision for next season, and it's to be competitive in the Europa Conference League and avoid relegation. And then for next season, it's to establish ourselves as a League of Ireland team. Also work within the wage budget and grow the club's reputation. So hopefully we can do that. I'm happy to accept that club vision right off the bat. And that's what the season is looking like. We look at our hierarchy here. Sean Brennan, Jack Keeney and Larkin Healy are our team leaders. Luckily all staying around for next season. And if we look at our squad at the moment, this is our squad going into next season. Everyone here is staying apart from Cian Moore, our backup goalkeeper. He is leaving. And we'll be looking to sign a new goalkeeper as well. I'll talk in a minute about where my plans to strengthen are. Just to talk about that young Romanian midfielder we signed, George Dumitru. He came in on a free. He had been at 1860 Munich. I think he had lots of potential and hopefully he'll grow here. Could take over in midfield eventually from Jack Keeney or Sean Brennan, who we may look to move on. I'm just going to look at this is our starting 11. And if we look here, areas where I want to strengthen, I'm looking to bring in a backup goalkeeper or a goalkeeper to take over from Larkin Healy, which would make Larkin Healy the backup then. I have had some doubts about him this season. He's let a lot of shots go in. He's had some great performances, but I have doubts about him, so I'm looking to improve at goalkeeper. I would also be looking to improve at right back and left back. I need to sign at least another right back, at least a left back, possibly two. Jacob Jones, who's out on loan, I'll be looking to sell if I can at all, but definitely want to improve at the full back positions. Possibly as another centre back to come in to strengthen our depth there, and maybe to challenge Sam Todd and O'Brien. Jack Keeney at the moment would be the holding midfielder, but I'm going to see if there's any offers for him because he's on by far the highest wages at the club, and that's making other players' demands go higher too. So if we could move him on, it would really help with signing players and with keeping players here, but it'll have to be for the right money and the right deal. Dara Keane McDonald as our centre midfield partnership, I really want to strengthen at centre midfield, so we're looking to bring in at least one there. Want to bring up a backup right winger for Dylan Duffy. Kibashai, I need a backup for him and possibly look to move him on and strengthen on the left wing as well. So we'll definitely be trying to strengthen down the wings, both full backs and attacking winger roles. So there are areas we do need to strengthen. Tommy Lonigan will be our starting striker, but we need to get a backup in. Kyle Robinson's loan will be over and I'm not going to extend it. I want to bring in a better backup and maybe someone who could challenge Tommy Lonigan and push him on to reach a higher level. So probably want to bring in two strikers, to be honest, and maybe a young striker with potential and then maybe a more established one who can push for a starting place. So that's the transfer targets at the moment. I'd love to hear your feedback. What players you think are untouchable maybe, what players you think should be moved on, and what positions you'd like to see strengthened. I'd love to get some idea of the feedback. I have my ideas, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on that in the comments below if you feel like. So that's the end of season review. We will go now into pre-season and the transfer window. The next video will be at the end of pre-season. I'll do a quick recap of what's happened over pre-season and what transfer moves we've made, any sort of other business that has taken place, and we will look forward to what's ahead for the season and what realistically we'll be aiming for. If you did enjoy this end of season review, please drop it a like. It will really help me out and help the channel to grow. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to follow the challenge, and if you want to catch up on the challenge, there is a playlist on the channel for you to pick whatever video you want to watch to catch up. And until the next video, that season preview video, please take it easy.